Hey everyone, in this video I wanted to show you Canva's newest feature, Magic Layers. Now I wish more and more AI apps do this. I think maybe in the future they will because it's really pretty cool. And I'm going to show you three different ways that you can use this with AI design. So I think this can help you with print on demand. I don't know if you've seen this before, but in this video it's going to be very practical uses for print on demand design. So stay tuned. Let's get into Canva right now and I'll show you this new feature that I think is really cool. All right, so here we are on Canva. You'll see it right up here, Magic Layers. Now you could click on there and then it will search all the things that you've downloaded, but I'm going to show you another way that you can use it. So you can start and create a new one, or you can open up an old one. I'm going to start a new one right here. And then we can pick our custom size that we want. I already have 4500 by 5400 in here, but you can type that in, create a new design. I'm just going to click on this one. And there we are, the artboard. So first things first, I'll show you where it is. It's actually in the edit. So we're going to have to bring something in. Now this is mainly used for AI art, and I got 3 different AI art samples that I did using Ideogram and ChatGPT. You can also use the AI art in Canva as well. So I'm going to bring over one here. This is one that you might have seen a lot of, and that's the cat selfie. I did this one in ChatGPT. Check it out here. Now, when I hit edit here, there it is, Magic Layers. Now, there's a few things that you need to know about Magic Layers. First, it's a premium product. You see the crown right there. It means you can only use it if you have a Canva Pro account. You can't use it with the free account, which makes sense because all the AI stuff like background remover and some of these other ones are pro stuff. So that's part of the Magic Studio right here. Second, it's not for every single artwork. So it's going to work mainly for smaller artworks that you get from AI, and mainly 4 different things: JPEG, PNG, HEIC, and also WEBP, which I don't think most people use, but if you have that one, you can do. But most things come in a JPEG or a PNG when you get it from AI. Now, if you took a design from, let's say you search for something here and you search for a photo, it wouldn't work with the photo from here because the photos in Canva are way too big. So there's a size thing for it. So, but a lot of these things are good enough, and I think you'll see why this is really cool. So I'm going to hit Magic Layers. Now what the idea is it's kind of like, what is this one that we have here? The Magic Grab, where you just grab something and you can pull it out, but it does that for everything. So everything you see here will be made into a separate layer. Right now it's flat, right? I can't take the cat away, a rabbit or this, but watch what happens when I do Magic Layers. Now it's going to think about it, and it's going to take a few seconds on here, but when it's done, I'll be able to remove the cat. I can move the rabbit as well as the eggs and the UFO. So pretty cool, and I can move them around. I can either remove it, move it, copy it. So let's move some things. So there's the cat. You can see I can move the cat anywhere. I'm probably going to leave him here anyway. I can move the rabbit. Let's say I want him back here. I can move this. So let's say I want this egg over here. I'm really literally moving the Easter eggs and hiding them. And all the Easter eggs I can put, back here. I can move these Easter eggs over here. Isn't that crazy? And the UFO. Oh, what if I want the UFO here? What if I want 2 of them? Hold down Option, Shift, Drag, and I can make this one bigger. Isn't that crazy? I can do that. And so what's good about this is if your AI art didn't do it in the way that you wanted it to, maybe you wanted the UFO over here instead, or out here, like you can move this to come out of it even. Or if you want the rabbit to be turning a different way, you can flip the rabbit and make it go this way instead, and do all those different things with Canva in here. Look at that. I can make the egg bigger if I wanted to. Isn't that crazy? So that's just one example of what you can do with this. So let me do another one, but I think this one can just show you the real power behind it. And you can go to position, go to layers, and look at that. There are all your layers right there. So you can see which one you want. And of course, you could delete it too. Like you don't need that extra one, right? Or you can add something else to it. You can change this to something else if you wanted to, and so on. So I think it's really cool. Like if you were like, well, maybe I don't want a cat, remove the cat, put a dog in there instead, and so on. Pretty cool. All right, that's just one example. I think it's super powerful. Let me drag in another one. So I'm gonna get rid of this. What if you did one that's not photorealistic and did one that's more graphic? So I got you. I'm gonna do this right here. Let's put this in. This one was made in ideogram and has text and colors and everything. Let's do it. We'll put edit and magic layers, and it's gonna take a bit. Now here is what's crazy for Canva. Because Canva has all the fonts already built in, it's gonna change these words into fonts, and not just fonts, editable text. So it did its best. It's not exactly the same, but what's cool about it is I can change it now. It's editable text. Isn't that crazy? So making waves since, well, let me put the year in here instead. 2026, right? Boom. And I don't have to do year. I can just erase it like that. How crazy is that? And of course, I can change the color of the text now. Let's say I want it to be a different color. Maybe this one or this one or this one. Like, I can even color pick some things off of the color palette here. Isn't that crazy? Any one of these. And of course, I can move anything away. I can move the tree. I can move these and the tree here. So look at that. The vintage sunset stays intact, and I can color it. It's vector. So if I want to change the color of the vintage sunset, I can. I can definitely change the color of it. I can put this back on here. And move that crazy. And if we want not say cruise, I can say boat or whatever. Of course, cruise makes a lot more sense, but you get the idea. You can literally edit any of these things. Put the ocean back. Maybe the ocean needs to be a different, a lighter blue. I can come in here, pick any blue I want on here. And so on. And you can change this, and you can edit any of these, like still use any of the effects that are on here. Look, they've added a bunch of new effects on here too. You can do the shape, make it come up and down, and so on. Isn't that cool? So you can create an AI design, and if you don't have to tell AI to make these changes, you can just bring it into Canva and make the changes yourself. You don't have to be like typing another prompt and say, can you make the ocean a lighter blue? Or can you change the words to blah, blah, blah? You can do it yourself right in here. Change the background. Even the background is, you can take that out. So look at that. Isn't that wild? So that is magic layers. Let's do one more. I think this is, you kind of get the idea, but I want to show you another practical use of this, and that is what happens when I have a whole group of things. I'm going to bring this in here. So I made a type of cats here. I don't really like the layout, and the AI actually made two calico cats. I need to get rid of that one, but it's flat. But it doesn't have to be flat. It can be all in different layers. So let's do it one more time. Magic layers. And here's what's crazy is all the words will also be editable, and you can move it and type on it and change it. Now this is 10, 12 different no, 9, 10, 11 different cats. I asked for 10, but it gave me 2 of these calicos. So now I can move this one out and say, no, I don't want this. But then that leaves a space. Now, this British short hair, I don't know why it had a problem. So I'm going to copy and paste it back in here just with the cat. So here's a lot bigger, and I am going to just use another edit feature that is premium or for the pro. I'm going to do the background remover. And now that's a lot better. So I'm going to make it smaller, move this guy out. Boom. Easy fix, right? But now let's say I have a hole here. I want to make types of cats bigger, which I could ask the AI to be like, can you make that bigger? But why? I can just come in here and make that bigger myself. I want to move some things around. So maybe I do the ragdoll. You see the ragdoll and this are all together. So, I mean, not together, but I can put them together. I want to maybe do the Sphinx kind of leaning over at the top here. Maybe Siamese. And I'm holding down Shift. So click and click, holding down Shift so I have them together. And Sphinx like that. So I can rearrange things here. Maybe the short hair is here instead. Siamese is here. You can see. Now I could have asked AI to kind of shuffle it around, but sometimes it doesn't do a great job. So I'm gonna just do it myself. Put the Maine Coon up here, which kind of gives me some room for the calico to go up here instead. Oh, this British short hair was like that, right? So just so that it's, and I can make it bigger too. So I could have cats doing different things. Just to give it, I think, makes it a little more fun to move these things around. And I think it just gives it a little more interest when it's not just all doing one thing. So the ragdoll here. Now, if I wanted a cat to face another way, let's say this one here, I can still do that. I can do flip, right? Like we did with the other one. Boom. That might work better. Now here's what I want to do. Now the AI actually picked this font, right? Because I didn't say what font to use, but because we are in Canva, we can do some other fonts in here that might work better. So I'm going to come in here, use maybe this Palm Club right here, and look at that. That gives it a whole different feel, right? Maybe I change this one right here and do maybe this Lost. Look at that. That just gives it a whole totally different feel than it did before. And I kind of like the script font because I think that works better. And I can move things where AI just asking it to move it here, move it there, make this bigger. That takes so long to do stuff like that. But I can do that myself with these. Now I can change all of these to that font Palm Club, and I think that will make it look so cool. Look at that. And this over here, Palm Club. Boom. See that? And maybe I move some of these down so that this will fit, and the Sphinx name can come up here, and Palm Club. So I'm gonna just make these Palm Club, these fonts just a little bit. I'm gonna skip ahead and I'll show you what the final product looks like. All right, so we're back. I moved things around. I think that worked out way better than the original already did, and it's the right size and it's the font that I want. I didn't have to have AI put that in. So it's really a good way to get like the base from AI and then come in here and kind of adjust things the way that you want it instead of just trying to keep prompting. I don't know if you've had to do this, but it's not exactly how I want. Can you move this over here with AI and so on? When you can just come in here, instead of bringing it into Photoshop and cutting it out yourself, it actually does it here with editable text, which I think is a game changer because maybe it's not the exact text, but there's so many fonts on here that I think can work better. and AI a lot of times just use basic fonts and not some of the nice fonts that you would use in here. So I think this is really cool. Try it out if you have Canva Pro. Try it out with any of your AI designs, and you can do AI in here as well in Canva if you want to, but I like the fact that you can bring in any AI art that you've already done too and kind of move that around. So it does it with photos, it does it with graphics, it does it with text. It's pretty really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. So there you go, that's Magic Layers with Canva. I think it is a game changer. I think more AI apps are actually gonna try and do this. I really love that you can edit the text in there and move things around. Instead of having to write prompts to do that, you can do it yourself and kind of personalize your AI art. Now, I haven't done a Canva video in a while, but I'll put this one right here. I've done about 6 months ago that I used to have distressed textures with Canva. You can learn how to do that. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks again for watching. And as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.